Thank you for stopping. I want to teach this information to as many people who save as much money on your taxes. If you're a U.S. business owner, an entrepreneur, or a 1099 income earners or investors, you need to listen to this. We're going to start off with 3 simple questions. Number 1, do you want to leave a legacy for future generations? Question number 2, do you want to save taxes year after year, generation after generation? Question 3, do you want to know the secret of the rich? If you've answered yes to all 3 questions, you're in the right location. I hope you have pen and paper because I'm going to give you some very important information. Maybe you don't need it today, but in the future you will probably need it. My name is Sally Gimmon, and I help people save U.S. taxes, federal and state taxes, with the Spendthrift Trust. The Spendthrift Trust is legal. It's in the IRS Tax Code 643B. It's been in front of the United States Supreme Court on 2 separate occasions. And the Benson Financial Trust, what I sell, was written by a Harvard law professor 76 years ago, and it has never ever been audited. One trust, only one, was examined by a senior IRS agent in 2018, and he signed off on it. The law firm is so confident about what they're offering, they give you a certification saying if the IRS questions you, they defend you free of charge. Who doesn't like that? Now, Paul Benson wrote 5 separate trusts that saves you very specific taxes. You are not tax-free. That is something that I have to let people know because people are like, oh, I want to be completely tax-free. I wish you well on that. That's not what I'm offering. The 5 trusts he did was the business trust for U.S. business owners, U.S. entrepreneurs, and 1099 income earners. You will save at least 90% on your federal income taxes, and 43 states no longer pay state income taxes. Year after year, generation after generation. The beneficial trust is for all U.S. investors. I don't care what kind of investing you're doing, you're going to save the following 5 taxes. Year after year, generation after generation. You will stop paying short-term and long-term capital gains on profits. You will no longer pay interest income taxes on passive investing. You will no longer pay dividend income taxes if you're in the stock market, a day trader, or doing options trading. You will no longer pay rental income taxes if you have rental property, Airbnb, vacation rentals, 5 doors, 10 doors, 20 doors, multifamily, commercial property, or you're doing arbitrage. And you will no longer pay royalty income taxes on all your talents. That's the beneficial trust. The third trust that Paul Benson wrote is the senior trust. This is for anybody who's over 65 on Medicare and making too much money. You make more than $91,000 a year, you'll have to pay for Part B Medicare completely out of pocket. That's expensive. The 4th trust is the charitable trust. If you're a 501c3 company, my company just got a 501, was just granted that. So my other website, www.learnwithsallymarie.com, and how to get out of debt with just one-time $10 and 3 recruits. Please go check that out. And then the 5th trust is the mineral rights trust. If you have oil wells, shale rights, coal rights. My clients are saving thousands of dollars. I invite you to go out to my free class on the Great Discovery. It's my name, www.sallygimmon.com. When you go out there, it's a 23-minute presentation with slides and pictures that you can stop at any time. 3 articles from Forbes magazine, 2 pages of case law, and a chart showing that if you're making at least $80,000 gross a year, how you can be saving 5 figures in taxes every single year. I don't care if you're in one of the 7 states that don't have state income taxes, like South Dakota, Tennessee, Nevada, Texas, and Florida. But again, making $80,000 a year, you should be looking at the Business Spendthrift Trust. How I got involved with this, so you have this information. In October 2018 was a watershed month for me. 3 major things happened, and I became a real estate investor. In 2019, I wholesaled 7 properties, and I was working full-time as a Medicare broker. I knew about capital gains. I had $50,000 sitting in a bank account to pay for my capital gains when I did my taxes in April 2020. Well, what I didn't know about was my tax rate went from 22% to 24%. If you're not aware of this, there are 7 different tax brackets in the United States. The more money you make, the more you pay in taxes. The tax brackets are from 10% to 37%. And they affect you. But the more money you make, the more you pay. Then there's 4 ways to file your taxes. You could do single, head of household, married jointly, married separately. Married jointly is the cheapest way to file your taxes. Single is the most expensive way to file your taxes. So when I was told I owed the federal government $79,000 in short-term capital gains, and it's the start of COVID, life got really tricky for Sally. So I took the next 5 months researching the Rockefellers Spendthrift Trust. It's called The Office. I had read an article about their trust, and if they could save taxes, why can't Sally save taxes? In September of 2020, I started both my business trust and my beneficial trust with the law firm. And if the IRS, I should tell you this, there is an opinion letter out there from the IRS about Tax Code 643B. They don't advise on it. Well, that's okay. Don't advise on it. They can't change Tax Code 643B. Only Congress can change that. And since my trusts are already established, now that's contract law. So it's a contract between me and the law firm, and trust me, I'm not breaking that contract. My last house that I won in an auction, I'm doing seller financing on it. I got it for $259,000, and I'm going to sell it in 2 years at $310,000. I am going to save over $76,000 in interest income taxes in 2 years on that one property. Trust me, I've got many more properties. I have 12 notes, I wholesale, I do a lot of other things. So in September of 2020, I became the first female mastermind class holder in my real estate group in Phoenix. Very proud of that fact. Real estate's usually filled with men. My Thinking Into Results coach said to me that I need to start my own company and help as many people as possible. So I have to say thank you to Susan Ma, because I am helping people all over the country. I started thetrustisyou.com in March of 2020, and I've never looked back. If you want to save at least 90% on your federal income taxes, and in 43 states no longer pay state income taxes, please go out to my free class, www.sallygimmon.com. If you're an investor and you no longer want to pay short-term or long-term capital gains on profits, you no longer want to pay interest income taxes if you're in a mutual fund, if you are doing, if you're in a real estate investment trust, if you're doing subject to real estate, creative financing, seller financing, or like myself, I have notes. If you no longer want to pay rental income taxes, if you no longer want to pay dividend income taxes, if you're in your stock market, you're a day trader, an options trader, commodities trader, you no longer want to pay royalty income taxes, please go out to my free class online, learn about the Spendthrift Trust, check out the case law, because I want you to make the right decision for yourselves. Once you pay for the trust, there's one-time payment. Once you pay for it, you never have to pay for it again. And, you know, my first property, I'll be honest, my first property in the trust, I saved $10,358. I have never looked back. I've now saved over 6 figures, and I want to share this information with as many U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, U.S. entrepreneurs, and U.S. investors. I know it's a Friday afternoon. The Olympics start tonight. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.